Hey guys, it's Krissy coming to you from my living room, and it is noon, which means it's Devo time with a staff member. So this is the time where we reflect on last Sunday's message, and we go over some of the stuff that we are talking about with the sermon. The first sermon the week before, we were talking about simplifying life. And how are you doing at that anyway? I'm doing pretty good. And then this last Sunday was to simplify relationships, which I know sometimes is a struggle because there are so many people out there that need help or that reach out to you. There's family, there's friends, there's acquaintances, there's just people in general that you come across that need something. And you want to be able to be a Christian model and help each and every person to its fullest. But we have to be able to weed through all of that and still be Christian, still be godlike and help, but not take other people's burdens as our own and not take care of ourselves and our family. So how do you do that? Let's see, the hands and feet of God. So Jesus was constantly interrupted to tend to the others, to tend to other people's needs. He was never distracted or depleted. This is because he set boundaries, and that's what we need to do in our life. He set boundaries and practiced self-care, waking up early, and he escaped the crowds to pray. He ate healthy food, took time to rest, and walked regularly. So Jesus knew how to say no to others when the request stood in the way of what God was calling him to do. In Mark 1:35-38, he asked others to do their part before giving them his blessing, such as when he asked the blind man to wash the mud out of his eyes before he enabled him to see. In John 9:1-11, he also spoke the truth in love, calling out the crowd that followed him for food after he fed 5,000 with the little boy's lunch. John 6:26-27, rather than give them what they wanted, he summoned them to seek what they needed, the Son of Man, for eternal nourishment. How do we emulate Jesus' example? How do we offer empathy and love to others while establishing biblical boundaries for ourselves so that we don't burn out? Like Jesus, we must recognize that our time and energy is limited. We can help others without neglecting our own obligations to God and our family by seeking the Holy Spirit's direction on what healthy boundaries look like in each situation. So to our friends struggling with depression, we can lend a listening ear while leading them to a trained counselor. To our loved ones who are in poor health, we can pray for them and provide basic care while directing them to a medical professional, someone who knows what's going on that can help them. To those who are feeling dissatisfied or disconnected, we can spend time with them while inviting them to seek the Lord, study his word, and join a small group. We can encourage them to find a church and get plugged into the community who will support them in their journey. So what we need to think about in relationships and in being a good Christian and helping people out, we need to think about the fact that we need to find time for self. And we need to find time for the things that fill us up also. So we also have to simplify the relationships that we have in our life, whether they be our husband, whether they be our children, whether they be all of those outside people that come into our life for a moment because they need our help. So don't take their burdens, help them with their burdens, pray with them, and do the things that you can, but don't forget that you have to take care of yourself. So that's just one of the little steps in relationships. There are so many different other venues and kinds of different things that other people in their devos talked about, and that you can go online and look up biblical ways to be able to have relationships with people. When it comes to toxic relationships, getting rid of those in your life and how to do that, but doing it with grace. There's just a huge world out there that needs help from us and from God, and all of it has to intertwine together so that we have a strong, good hold on our own life. So simplify some of those relationships by reaching out to them, but not having them take you over. So God bless. Get to church on Sunday and check out the next simplified sermon that's going to be given by our pastors. And I hope that you have a great week, and I hope that you have an awesome holiday weekend. God bless. Take care, guys. Bye.